And I don't know if Autumn is gonna join. He was busy at the moment, I think. I'm not 100% sure. But Tom just let me know. This one. No, this one. Shoot. Okay. I was like, why can't I not share this? I'm just sharing real quick, but I'm ready to go whenever you are. Really? Like good? Oh, that's good. All right, cool. So let's see here. All right, cool. So for those of you guys that are here, thank you so much for being here. I'm here with the great Tectonic. We're gonna be talking Dragon Ball Z today, which is gonna be really cool. For those of you guys that know, I don't know if your followers know. I'm more than sure your followers know you love Dragon Ball Z. But for my followers, I mostly do Pokemon on my TikTok and my YouTube. I hardly ever bring up Dragon Ball Z. What's up, Card? So he has really convinced me after watching him and his TikToks to get into Dragon Ball Z because I love the cartoon. I love the anime. I love it ever since I was in the 90s. I knew there was a card game out there, but I don't know the figure. I have some too, somewhere. So I never just read them out. So I never thought about buying the cards. So after talking to him for a while, I kind of bit the bullet and then got a box. Bought my first card a couple weeks ago. So we're gonna go ahead and talk a little bit. Pretty much today we're gonna be. Oh, you have one too. Sweet. So pretty, pretty much we're gonna be picking his brain today, talking anywhere from cards, how the game works, maybe not the actual trading game unless he wants to go into that. It looks very confusing to me, so we're gonna be doing that. But before we jump into that, I just want to share real quick the whole Make a Wish Foundation, if that's cool with you. We have uh, a little project. Yeah, we have a little project going on and so the Make a Wish, as you can see here, is we're trying to make a $2,000 goal. Really cool. I didn't even think this would be cool. Get this far so fast. We're at 190 so far. People just started donating. So TikTok is actually going to be doing it with me and another guy named Love of Cards from TikTok, and they actually decided to donate one of their ETBs, which I just got mine in today. Got two of my bad boys in today. So if you guys want to go ahead and donate, it's going to be all the way to December 23rd, and we'll pick a winner on the 23rd. So actually on the 24th on Christmas Eve, I'll make a video and pick a winner. There's going to be 4 winners as of right now, unless somebody decides to donate more, we'll have more winners. So right now I have 2 ETBs. He has 1 ETB and the Bulbasaur, and he also Love has 1 ETB as well. So not bad for a $10 swap. So for every $10 you donate, you get a spot to win. So really, really cool. So that's gonna be fun. And then we can go ahead and get started today with today's topic, which is Dragon Ball Z. So honestly, I need to know, how did you get into Dragon Ball Z? Why are you still in Dragon Ball Z? And what's the difference between the card game, and how does it relate to the show? I guess like what's the correlation between it? Nah, you're good. Gotcha. Okay. Hmm. It, he opened it. Yeah. Yeah, didn't you tell me that box is worth quite a bit now? Oh, and how much was the boxes? Okay. Really? But who knew it was gonna be that much? Like, just like Pokemon, like, who knew? It's crazy. That's really crazy. So the box is empty? Okay. Mm, gotcha. Okay. And so when it comes to Dragon Ball Z, would you say you're a collector? Okay. Yeah, I got you. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so today mainly I want to focus on it's pretty much like the 101 of Dragon Ball. Somebody like personally me, I already messaged you a couple of times that I do want to get into Dragon Ball. I just like in Pokemon, I always say if you're investing, don't open packs. Which I started opening packs for content purpose, but investment wise, open packs. But I told you when it comes to Dragon Ball, I don't care. I do want to grade some and sell some, but mainly I just want to have fun opening packs. So I've never opened a pack before, and it seems to me like this is going to be the most fun thing in the entire world to me. Because even like I told you, even like the commons and like I guess I don't know how you grade them, like commons and uncommons, like Pokemon, or would you say, or they have a different rating we can get into later. But a lot of them have really good hollows. Oh, you're good. You're good. Yeah, so I was saying like the art on the cards, like do they go do they are they like commons, uncommons, rares, or is there like a different levels of that they go by?
Yeah, so we can just go. I can pull a couple things. It's pretty. It's very similar to. It's a little bit. There's a couple extra rares versus
Levels?
one, but you
Okay,
essentially have. You can't. You may not be able to see as well, but there is your common
fine.
and uncommon cards, which common, regular, and then foil. All right, my audio's
So like
now.
yeah, so like in that one first, since we can't really see it, is there like a diamond or something or like a lettering or something to for us to know the common?
So it says if it won't focus in this corner, just pretend you can see.
Yeah.
there's a there's a C there for common. Uncommon
Okay.
would be UC. Rare is
Okay.
R. Super rare is SR, and then a special rare, which is something like this is from the box you just uh, purchased.
Ooh.
A special rare. This is Super Saiyan 4 Bardock, kind of cool. And then there are some subset rares. So, and sorry, there's secret rare. Then there's your SCR. Your secret rare is like the chase card. It's the one in a case, and not
You said
I mean one in
SCR?
a case. Sorry,
You said SCR?
SCR for secret rare.
Okay.
Yep.
Wait, and I can't get that in here?
You can.
Okay.
It's just the odds are very. The odds are 1 in 10 of those, I think, or 1 in 8, 1 in 7, something like that. It's one per case of it. Uh,
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, so it's the secret rares. So I've opened essentially not crazy, maybe 8 boxes in the last 2 years, something like that, and
Mhm.
pulled one secret rare from a box, and I pulled one secret rare. It's actually downstairs. It's about to go get graded from this set, and I got the newest set, and I got it in a blister pack. So that was, of course,
Wow.
but so I've only
No, the
pulled
odds
two
on
rare.
that.
Yeah, so it's
So so real quick on the investment point, if it's one in every case and they have us 10 boxes in the case, would it be beneficial to buy it by the case to make sure I get a secret rare?
no. I would say
No.
you're just having if you're opening. I would say from an investment point, you're opening boxes for fun, and that's kind of with all card sets. I think we can all agree. Even though you can, I mean, if you pull your Rainbow Charizard from Champion's Path in 50 packs, you could make money on it, but the odds of you pulling it, you're much better off buying the single secret rare card than you are for pulling it. Because just like I've said, I've pulled way less than the amount of boxes I've bought, and only in very certain cases will the card be more than 2 boxes cost wise.
Ah, okay.
In the
See, that's the
case,
other thing I need to get around to is
yeah,
the value of the cards because I know you're saying some of these cards they do go for some good money, but not as much as like Pokemon cards will. So maybe not going as deep is beneficial just because they're not up there in the numbers yet. Is that makes sense?
yeah, and it really specifies on set. So, and we can get into some specific one, some specific ones because it depends on the different rarities that are available. And I think a
Okay,
big one is because I said special rares. There's also the signature special rares, which were their own case and their own crazy values. So that's another. We can get go on the agenda and then kind of reach into those, but.
gotcha. Okay, that sounds good. Okay, so now we know how you got into it. Now we know a
Mhm.
little bit on the levels, which is like I said, I want to do the base stuff first because I didn't even know how to tell which is a common and which is an uncommon to be honest
Yeah,
with you. So
yeah.
now that we know that, so next thing would be is what are some of the sets like I'm newer, I'm getting into, and you recommended me to get this box here.
Yep.
Like let's say another person like in our Discord they want to get into Dragon Ball Z. I'm actually gonna be making a Dragon Ball Z tab for us. So somebody that wants to get in Dragon Ball Z, do you recommend just going for the newer sets if they're new into the game, or should they be going for some of the older sets? And I know that probably is a double-edged sword because that you have to think about as a collector and then also as an investor. So that's kind of a big general question. If you could try to answer that the best you can.
Yeah, and it's a very good question for this set or this just entire TCG because it really varies kind of in a crazy way. So the newest sets, the best thing to start off with is essentially just this is the first box. It says
Okay,
series one or base set
this
one.
one.
The first, I'll call it season of cards over the last 2 years went from base set 1 all the way to base set 9. There was a couple of subsets. The newer sets, which started at base set 10,
Okay.
the Rise of the Unison Warrior is the new Unison Warrior series. And I don't know how long this is going to go versus because it literally says on the box a new series begins. So the last two sets, the one you just purchased and the set before that, were almost like season 2, I'd almost say, of the boxes.
Okay.
And I think they're getting a little crazier with the Dragon Ball Heroes cards and explaining
Mm-hmm.
Heroes as it's basically not canon video
Yeah,
game lore, but
I
you
should like
Super
that.
Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Super Saiyan 4 of every like Gohan and Broly and stuff. So they're getting a little bit more into that with these series, it seems
So,
so far, but there's kind of season
side question on that. Side question on that. How do you feel about the Dragon Ball Z Heroes like show that they were doing? I started watching that and I loved it. Is that like because it's not canon, right?
it's not canon, but it's just I think it's like it's just kind of like the I can't even think of a good analogy. It's just kind of like the party bus of of Dragon Ball.
Like, hey,
I
let's
think
throw all
most
this in there and try to see what happens.
most people like it just because it's fun because you get
Yeah.
Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, Super Saiyan 4. They've got a new form called Limit Breaker, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Like there's all this crazy stuff. Hey, what's up, Pokemon? There's so much crazy stuff in it, so I think it's fun, and I kind of like that it's separate from the canon. So you have a little fun craziness where you can just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Then you have just the actual show that kind of stays canonically with the fun of Dragon Ball and what you knew as a kid, and then kind of pushing those boundaries. So,
I
uh,
actually wish Heroes was canon. It's just like you said, it's a lot of fun, like seeing different fusions and things that you normally don't see. It's just like,
yeah,
wow, that would be so cool. But it is what it is. But
yeah.
yeah, so uh, sorry, and that's one thing. Like, I would love to do more of these later on in the future. You'll notice that I cut people off a lot because I'm very ADD, and so as soon
No,
as
I
I
am
get a
too. I'll cut you off.
I get a thought that's just like, oh, that sounds cool. What is that? So sorry about that. So
No,
back
no, no,
to
no.
you're saying, so base set 1 to base set 9, you're saying those would be best.
So that this is where it gets a little interesting, and I've got all my updated pricing data. So it depends how you want to get started. If you are a
Okay.
collector and you're like, I just want to bust into a box and get 24 packs for a really good price. So the best, and they're kind of down here, but so there is a weird range of boxes from base set 3 to base set 5. And all of those 3 boxes or sets, their secret rares or their special pulls weren't as desirable. They're still cool, but they're in the $40 to $70 range versus 100, 200, 500. So basically, the boxes are anywhere between $45 and $60 for 24 packs. So you get a very good deal.
Wow, what is that?
So you can jump into it really for an affordable price for opening a lot of. I mean, if you buy a $40 box,
Less than $2.
yeah, yeah, or it's less. It's crazy. Like it's
Yeah.
really really cheap per. Yeah, I think it's just a tiny bit less than $2 a pack. So you can really get into it and start getting a collection of a set you like. I think Miraculous
Hmm.
Revival, the 5th one's got a lot of Super Gogeta and Janemba in it. So if you like that movie and the introduction
Ooh,
to
that's
Super Gogeta, cool set to jump into. So there's this weird range of those 3 that are much cheaper. The first and second box are getting up there in price, I think, because they're just the originals and they're going to get rarer and rarer because the print runs were not that large because they didn't know it would be this successful or to whatever range of success they're having. I think it's getting even more and more popular
Hmm.
People love to play the game. I've found a TikTok friend of both of ours, Russie V, on TikTok said it's his favorite TCG to play out of any of them.
I love it.
Just,
I love his pictures. His art's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Just so for me playing it because I do not have any experience playing the actual game.
Okay, so I was gonna ask you that. So you've never played? Have you never played the game, or you just choose not to play the game?
I mean, being fair, no one really to play it with. Like, I never really went to up, and
No,
then
I got
co-
you.
and then COVID happened. But there's not really an online format or something. I mean, there might be, and I don't know.
Okay.
But I've just never done it. And I did it because I literally got the Tournament of Power art stuff because that's what I was watching, and it's awesome. And
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted the cards at first, so.
Probably like a jury card in there and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I think I have if I want to scroll to it. But yeah, so like even though these aren't maybe one day they'll be valuable from the box, but these are from that Tournament of Power box. The UN.
And I think to me that's like the most confusing thing with these Dragon Ball Z cards is that like I was telling you, like there's some like not the super valuable card, but like the other cards that come in the hollow version that they look so well made and they look so cool that
Yep.
I'm over thinking they're like $100 cards and you're probably telling me they're worth like $5 if not less. And I'm just
Well,
like, how do I decide how is it just like Pokemon? I just have to do the research and find out the card values on them,
yeah,
pretty much.
I would say it really depends. Like, and the pull rates have changed over time. They've gotten more specific now. So in the not to pivot too far, but starting with the season 2, it's very
Hmm.
regimented. They went to a more regimented. There are X number of special rares, and there are 3 secret rares in every box. And by inbox, I mean in the set. There are 3 secret rares that you
Okay.
can pull from. The funny thing is, this one actually had a chance of getting a SR or a super rare or special rare in like a promo sleeve in there. And the one I opened actually had a special rare in it, so I got 3 in the box, which was lucky. But you're guaranteed 2 SPR or special rares per box. So if you're to crack your box open, you will pull 2 special rares out of it, out of the 14 that are
And,
there. You won't pull any more. You
okay.
won't pull any less, to my knowledge.
So automatically I should get at least 2.
Yes, correct. Of the special
Okay.
rares. So for
And
me,
special rares. So like me, like we were saying, like I paid $90 for this box.
yep.
These special rares that I pull, would I have a chance to be making my money back on these special rares, or they're not like just because they're called
So
special rares doesn't mean that they're really worth a
So
lot.
likely from the pricing stuff I've looked at for most sets, no, you will not make your money back on special rares. If you were to
Okay.
sell all of the hits, my guess is you'd average around like 40 to 50 bucks, like $30 to $60, let's say, and selling all of your cards raw. Um, I would say in that. So even if you bought the box at like pre-order retail at like $63, like really cheap for it,
Mm-hmm.
you're likely not going to make your money back right off the bat.
Got So that is something because I have
Yeah, Red
heard
Room.
some people say that Dragon Ball Z has it's a great card game, it's great everything. It's not the hype, Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh. But do you see this getting there at some point too? Because people are opening these boxes now. Is it worth holding a sealed box or a special rare for time to come, or are we just too early in the game? Or is it beneficial to be early in the game and hold these just like a first edition Charizard back in the day type of thing?
I would say that I'll two different answers. So the first answer is, are we just getting started? Where is this going? Obviously no one knows, but the 2 things that I think hold the most value to keeping the set going that are more promising is, one, the manga for Dragon Ball Super is continue even though the anime stopped after the Tournament of Power, the manga has continued through another arc that's actually just finished, which
Hmm.
also has a pretty cool villain. At times it gets a little weird, but the villain's pretty cool from it. And that,
Talking about that goat guy.
huh?
Talking about that goat guy.
Yeah, the goat guy, Moro. Yeah. So there's more content being made, and then theoretically, if like it's basically when the anime comes back in 2021, hopefully there's no announcements, there's nothing official. As soon as Dragon Ball Super comes back, I think you're going to see the prices go up from these older cards, and you're going to have more content to keep building them. I think the only thing that ever hurts this card set is if they stop the manga or stop the anime in the future. Because I think my theory on why, and it's because Pokemon makes so much money, but Pokemon has consistently released new games, new anime, and they have not stopped ever. And I think that keeps even when there's a dip in popularity, it just keeps it going. So as long as Dragon Ball keeps
it's still relevant.
it will keep this TCG going. Because obviously the Dragon Ball IP is going nowhere. Look at the revenue from Dokkan and Legends, specifically Dokkan on mobile games. It's hundreds of millions of, and that's just the games. Like there's so much. The IP is strong, and especially in the West, not only the East but also the West. So I think as long as you continuously have content, it's gonna keep going. And that's just my thought on keeping the value of the cards. It's only been around for 3 years, but you're at 11 plus sets. It's going strong. It looks like the printing has increased from what I've seen. I could not. I didn't really go to stores to look for them, but I see more cards now than I used to. But I was never really looking for them until the last year or two.
It's only been around for 3 years.
The TCG, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Wow, that is. I didn't know that. Like I said, like I have no idea.
Base set 1, 2017, Japan, right there.
Wow. Okay, so like we're super early in the game then.
Yep, that's why they're saying something like Tournament of Power, which the pull card PSA 10 Awakened Power UI Goku is like a $3,000 to $5,000 card because that will be the first edition Charizard if the last 10 years.
Okay, so that box is our base set would be considered like our base set Pokemon box.
At least in popularity, like because this is the original base set one. And too, the secret rare in this is actually pretty cool. It's not as cool as the other one, but the other reason this is so valuable as that is that card was also super playable. It was really It basically, if you hit your opponent, you won the game. So that's like there was all these factors into it: the hype of Mastered UI Goku, the playability of the card, everything wrapped into it, kind of made this main card, and it's Goku, and it's the newest. So that's kind of why that value is there. But and stop me before I go to the second answer for the value of the cards for long term. I would just the quick answer to that is a couple months. I would say in June or July, I kind of decided to myself, hey, I have a couple of these boxes. I want to have one of almost every one except for the expensive ones. I should have bought ones because they've quadrupled in price. But
really,
all of them have stayed even or have increased dramatically. I can show a couple in a bit that have quadrupled in price, if not more, now. So at least in the short run, holding them has been a good play. We just don't know how long. So that's just my quick answer as well.
And when you say tripled in price, was that like in a couple months or since 3 years ago?
So the crate. So no. So I mean I bought all of these 3 months ago.
And they tripled in price.
Some of them have, not all of them.
Oh, okay.
So that's the same as I think that's the same as Pokemon though. Is like if you bought Team Up, at retail it almost tripled in price, where some other boxes have steadily increased or stayed around the same depending on what the set was. So they're still picking and choosing your sets correctly, just like Pokemon, I would say.
I think it's crazy because, like I said, I've been a Dragon Ball Z fan since the '90s, and Dragon Ball Z's been around for a while, just like Pokemon.
Yep.
And I don't see, like you said, I think maybe just because the TCG game is only 3 years old, but I don't see this not being just as big as Pokemon as long as they keep making the show and the manga. Because I don't know, there's not a lot of people that don't like Dragon Ball Z. That's just me though. But
yeah,
I think this is really cool.
Well, so the main kind of going back to my point of if they keep making content and they keep going out from when the last Dragon Ball GT episode aired until the Beerus movie, whatever it was called, there was more than a decade gap. There was a Dragon Ball Z card game before this, and I think some random stuff from it might actually be valuable. I really don't know much about it, so that's just why they stopped printing those things, is because there's nothing new to make on, or they can only do so many things so many times. So I think as long as they keep making Dragon Ball content, this TCG will do well and keep going, especially because it seems to be built as a good game to play as well. That's just my insight on it. So you just never know. As long as Toriyama keeps printing it out, I guess. Whatever. Or
So
his and Toriotaro, who's drawing the manga right now. But
got you. So I think we covered a little bit on the collector side, on what how to get into it, what to get into it, the money you're gonna make back. A little bit on the investor side of maybe being a little early, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Actually, could be a really good thing for a lot of people if they're willing to be patient and hold some
yep.
stuff. Now, the most important thing to me is just like in Pokemon, making the money on grading. I know we talked a little bit about some of the cards that you sent yourself to get graded, which I believe is it this one here or is it a different? No, it's a different one. You sent the card in to get graded, right? Correct.
Yeah, so I have two that are currently at PSA in the grading stage. Are you on the? I see your screen.
I'm on.
It's not clicked on something specific.
Oh yeah, I'm just overall just everything.
Yeah, everything.
Would you was that the one that you had sent? This one right here?
I'm afraid to click on this watch stream. Oh, okay. Now I see it on my screen. So
Okay, there you go.
it's not that one, but that one is one of the biggest desirable cards. It is the right
This one.
below there. That card, yes.
This one right here. This looks really cool. So this is something I want to really talk about. We'll go back to the grading in a little bit, but
Mhm.
there's some cards out there, which, like I said, anytime I get into something, I always want to shoot for the highest valuable card that I can afford at the time, and I feel
Yep.
like these are very affordable compared to a like $20,000, $40,000 Pokemon card.
Right.
Um, so these cards essentially are made and they are signed, which is really cool. I thought
Yep.
that's amazing.
Yep.
And I don't see if any of them are here. Near mints, $400 for near mint.
Yep.
Still not bad. I honestly think that's really great. Can you explain kind of what these cards are that are signed? Where can you find these cards, and how hard are there? And also, if there's a limited number, if they, like with Pokemon, I wish they would say, hey, for example, Hidden Fate Charizard, we made these many. There's only these many out there. I wish they would do that, but does Dragon Ball Z do that?
So, no, to my knowledge, there's no how many are out there. But what I do know is nothing has been. It's only been 3 years, but there hasn't been anything reprinted. And once a set's done, especially in this first run, it's done. So there's no new supply coming from anywhere because they printed to allocation. And there's at least to my knowledge, there's no getting new ones. So and who knows what they'll do in the future, but so that at least for to answer the set number question. But so these cards are really specific, and I think where if they ever have more of these, this is where you buy immediately. There are only two sets that have these SPR, and then it'll have a dash S. So see how it says SPR signature on the card?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any because I have one and it's being graded, but it's SPRS for signature. So there were only two
Okay.
sets that had those. The holy set of all sets had four of these, and then base set 7, Assault of the Saiyans, had four of these as well. So
Okay.
this card was the essentially there were the secret rares in this set are worth less than the signatures, even though these would probably be harder to pull. The secret
Okay.
would be. So there were only
Oh,
two
okay.
sets that had this one had, I believe, uh, Gohan, Vegito. I forget if Hit was in this one or not, and maybe not for Saiyans. It might actually have him on the side. It doesn't have it on the side.
There's
Um,
some right here.
so the
Trunks.
Trunks, yeah, there's the
Here.
Trunks, the Gohan,
That's so
the
cool.
Vegito, and there's one more, I believe. I think it's the
Yeah.
Hit. Yep. So those four with the English voice actor's signature on them. So these cards have been the most desirable out of any. And then out of the Tournament of Power set, you had Ultra Instinct Goku, you had Vegeta, you had Golden Frieza, and then you had there's one more. I'm forgetting. It was Beerus. Oh, but Beerus, Goku, Vegeta, and those are kind of the big chase cards. So out of that original Holy set, you've got those 4 special rare signatures, and then you have the secret rare that's like the base set Charizard of the set. So they only came back in this set, and they haven't since. And they're kind of, to me, the coolest cards. They've got the English voice actors on them. There's a lot, like, so that's, and you can see from how they've aged in value, they've done the best, I would say, out of any cards.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get back to like just look at
No,
the
you're
Dragon
good.
Ball
Yeah,
cards.
that was a good page you're on for the tab. But essentially, the Vegeta Blue is my personal favorite. The UI Goku looks really cool from Tournament of Power, but I was fortunate enough to pull it. I got crazy lucky, but it has Sean Schemmel, the voice of Goku, and Chris Sabat, the voice of Vegeta, both on the card, and it's a badass card. So it's by far my favorite. It sat in my desk in a top loader in a sleeve and a top loader. It's for like a year before I finally started grading stuff. So I was super ecstatic to finally get it graded, because the PSA 10 for that. So you saw how the raw card was 400. I think the PSA 10 just for like just over 800. So there is
These things are so cool.
there is a good amount to make there.
Show that one for right now. Yeah. So how much did you say the box for the Tournament of Power was sold for? How much is it
The
worth?
boxes, 3 of them sold around $2,100 to $2,300, and that's
Oh
recently.
my god!
Right, the day
And
before.
they're not guaranteed, correct? Like this
No,
card's not
so
guaranteed in there.
I opened my Tournament of Power box. Did not get the secret rare, and I got none of the special rare signatures. So I got nothing out of it. So it's literally of all TCG collecting, it is the costliest box I've opened. Of course, I never knew, but if there's anything you look back, that is the most costly thing I've ever done
That's amazing.
in it, which is hilarious.
All right.
And these, I actually have most of the pulls from it here because I still have them, and they're all the super rares, the SRs from it, and they're not even worth $10. They're worth like, I think, like $4 to $7 each, which is crazy.
Gotcha.
It's crazy how split the value is, and that's kind
So
of for a lot of the cards.
so with those, for example, that you have there, is any value on there just grading them and maybe selling them for more if they're graded?
I mean, you're probably, I think you would, because there's just not many of them. I mean, I bet you, even for like this, like to me, this UI Goku looks sick. Um, I bet
Would
you
it be more?
there's less than 20 of them graded. So it's definitely a niche that if you may not flip them quickly, but I bet you if I graded all of those, they would probably be able to,
Yeah,
if you
because
right to the box,
marketing.
because they're coming out of a $2,000 box, so you would think you could get something for them, especially.
So for example, like I said, though there's like your commons and uncommons and other ones that like there are the hollows that look amazing. The art on
Yep.
these cards are just amazing.
Yep.
And let's just say they're $1 to $2 to $3. If you grade them for like say $10, and they come back nine or tens, could you essentially try to double your money on them just because somebody might just think they're really cool and just sell them?
Yeah, and I think, and you bring up a great point, and because I think it's a you could call that almost an undiscovered market, because people are grading some of these really really good pulls, but no one's really grading those yet. So it is, I believe you could get a PSA 10. You could probably easily sell some very good looking cards for like 40 to 60 $70. And this is just speculation. I obviously you'd have
Yeah.
they
Well,
need a
that's
buyer,
something I'm
but
doing with like Pokemon. I'm doing my whole thing is doing the not so hype Pokemon cards and grading like some regular hollows and stuff like that and selling them for double just as like a premium for me taking the time to grade them. But the difference between Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z, like I said, I think the art of Dragon Ball Z is just way better, way
yeah,
way way better.
they're
So I
very
would
cool.
think somebody would appreciate me taking time to grade them and pay me just a little bit more just for doing that for them, which is really cool because I have a whole box now.
Yeah. Yeah, and what so one there's two things that the one thing I'll address for that is the other thing about these cards is the quality of them is far far superior to. It's like they're like Japanese cards. They're really really well
Yeah.
made. Just for this, I mean they're a little stiffer. They're I've never seen a print line in any of them. The backing, sometimes you see the centering can be like a little. If we just look at this one, you might see a little tilt downwards, but I think they're all like that. So the thing is, every card you pull is going to be a 9. Like you're not going to I don't know if 8s exist in this. The Vegito that I sent in, I think there are 84 10s and like 9 9s.
Mhm.
So it's uh, basically everything you're getting is going to grade well. So that's the other thing that could come up in the
So
future is that if you grade it, they're going to grade well almost every time if they're mint. So I just open it. Nice.
yeah. so that's actually something I talk about in Pokemon. How I'm probably like on the bad side of a lot of people, but when it comes to the runs of them making cards, like you say, like Dragon Ball Z cards have really great prints, which is awesome. You know, you want a
Yeah.
really nice card.
Mm-hmm.
I personally love when they don't have good prints
Oh,
because it makes it
yeah.
hard to grade, which makes the card more valuable. That's where I'm at. I love doing that. But it
Well,
is good to know, like if I send a card in, I'm at least gonna get like a 9. But then, like I said, as an investment standpoint, I want to find that Evolution's Charizard that's not
right. Yeah,
easy to
yeah.
grade and premium. But now here's the thing: my camera is horrible. I can't see anything. So we might just open like 1 or 2 packs just for fun because I'm kind
Yeah.
of excited.
Sounds good.
And the good thing is too is like if I can show you a little bit kind of what it looks like, you can at least tell me, hey, that's actually a okay card. Because
Yep.
I'll probably be opening the rest. I'm debating to do a YouTube video or just to do a TikTok. I'm really debating. But let me open one because
Go
I
for it.
literally when I bought it at the place, I'm just like, I want to open this so
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. So
So
like
what am I chasing? Oh, let's do this. What am I chasing here?
okay, so you like
Let
I
me.
said, you're guaranteed. These were the two SPRs I pulled out of my box. Personally, I think they're
Ooh.
much cooler ones. I think Autumn actually pulled the Gogeta I wanted, so I'm mad at him for that because he pulled it loosely. But
Who Autumn?
there are 3 secret rares that you are pulling for. There is the most expensive one is the Super Saiyan 4 Broly. That card, last time I checked, was going for 180 something dollars. There is the baby and Hatchiak card, which I actually pulled. That's worth around 125. And then there is a really cool Xenoverse Vegito base form that's only worth like 75 bucks, but it's really cool in my opinion. So
Holy.
I, only as it's in a secret rare that has like a baby character. Baby is more valuable. That's all I mean from it.
Okay.
It's
I
not
was
worth
like,
much.
dang, oh, that's really good.
No, yeah, but
All
it's
right.
just yeah.
You see the Dragon Ball Z card list thing I
So
have
the
up?
so the best thing there is go to rarity, then
Okay, we did this last time.
and then go down to secret rare. It should be about halfway down.
This one? No, secret. This
Yeah,
one
right
right here.
there. So if you go from
All right.
that page, you can see the 3 secret rares, pretty much in order of value. Actually, I'm pretty sure they're in
This is
that.
the Broly, right?
Yep, that's the
All
Broly.
right. This is the baby you're talking about?
Yep, that's the card I have that I'm sending to PSA.
It's really cool. So they actually put Dragon Ball Z GT in here as well.
Yes, everything under. Well, this million bloodline has all Super Saiyan 4s in it essentially.
So there's only 3
Secret
of
rares.
the secret rares. Okay.
Yes.
And then if we don't pull any of these, then we want to pull a super rare?
So special rare, which is SPR, which is right under super rare.
Okay.
So essentially, you're gonna pull 2 special rares out of this box. What?
Oh, I would love this one.
Yep.
Is that the one you're talking about?
Autumn pulled that. Autumn pulled that.
Oh,
Mad. So you've got like the Super Saiyan 4s. I think there's like 14 of these. There's a lot. There's a lot of them.
man. Oh my god. Some
There's also
crazy stuff.
I think there's a Vegeta that's pretty cool.
Oh, what's up, Ben? Sorry, I had the Streamlabs in the back. All right, so let's go ahead and open this pack, maybe one or
Go for
two.
it.
Like I said, I'm ordering a new camera. This camera to me doesn't look that great when it comes to showing cards. I was trying to get my phone to be a camera so I can do like the height thing.
Yep.
I actually want to see where you got your little stand I see in back of you. That looks really cool. It looks like you can do the top view with that.
This one, yeah. So when I do my, if you
That's a good idea.
if you go to my page, Titanic on YouTube, plug. No, I basically
Well, then just
yeah, no, I'm teasing. So basically, I connect to my laptop, my phone, and I'll kind of do the overhead with this as well. So I have the dual screen. You open it, go for it. But
no, I'm about to.
this one on Amazon, which I have the link for, this is my favorite one because you can buy a lot of these that are crappy.
Oh yeah,
That I
I'm gonna have to
have
figure that out.
broke literally on me.
So Pokemon's asking what set we're opening. It's Vermilion Bloodline. Is that correct?
Vermilion Bloodline. There you go.
Okay. All right. So he has a better picture than I do. Okay. And now here's like the most important thing in the entire world that I could ever ask you. Is there a card trick?
No, that's the best part about this set. There is zero card trick.
So
The hit is
it's at the end.
it's at the end.
Okay. So like I said, guys, please bear with me. My camera's not that great, but we'll figure it out. Like it doesn't focus. Like
Yeah,
it
that's the
pisses
time.
me
I
off.
don't think
So
mine. Actually, it looks a little better now.
look, your camera looks good. Your camera looks great. So that's a Vegeta. And that's why I probably just open like one or two packs because I'll probably do the rest on TikTok, guys. So that way you get a better camera picture of what they look like. But I just want to open one with Hero Tectonic so he can be like, "Oh, you put the Gogeta. I'm so jealous."
This is great.
And is it now? Here's the other thing: is there a pack trick to where like those special rares like at the bottom or the middle, or is it mixed in there?
I have not heard anything, and I have not opened enough to be able to say any of that. But I pulled my special rares in the first half of my box just for this one.
All right, so we have a Sun Gohan. So these are actually look really like this is the very first pack I ever opened, and these are cool. These are
Yeah,
awesome. This brings back so many
so
memories,
so look at
everything.
and the card you have now. Flip it around. The card you're about to pull. Just
This one?
pull it out and then flip it.
What?
So
Why is that like that?
So there are leader cards that have double side like transformations, or they're leaders. They've changed over time, but there's
$30,000 card with it.
so there's some that have the double side, and you can get hollow versions of those. They're never that valuable, but they're cool. I think I've got some from the power somewhere. Those.
All right. So I remember
I think
this
that's
for
a
the
rare. I
movie.
have that.
Oh, this is dude. These look just really dope, and that's what I'm saying. Like even when they're
That's
like,
common.
ooh. So I have a Vegeta here from the movie, and
Is that
he is shiny.
so? And one thing we could talk about how they've changed. So every pack will have a hollow in the like let's say the reverse slot, and it can be either a common, uncommon, or rare. And then the card behind that will either be a non-hollow rare or it will be a hit card that's an SR or above. If that makes
So
sense.
I saw a metallic thing in the back on the one behind this one.
So
So
let's see
does
it.
that mean it's a hit? Like if it's metallic like this one, that means it's a hit.
Yeah, it will be a super rare SR or higher. It has to be because, or it'll be a non-hollow rare behind it. So let's see.
Okay.
And I can't. Is that
What
a good
is
thanks?
it's a Gotenks.
So
Gotenks.
so it should
Earthly
say
Shadow Might.
so it should say SR at the bottom, correct?
Yes, sir.
So just like the full art. So SPRs, I actually should have explained it like this. SPRs are like the full arts of the SRs. So the SPR I have is essentially like the full art of that. I think the name should be the same on it.
Oh, that is so cool, dude. These look amazing. Like I honestly, I would send this to CGC or just to get back faster or PSA if I want to hold it, and if I want to like just I honestly would send them to for me personally CGC just to have them to collect.
Yeah.
Oh no, I would send to PSA to collect because if I want to resell them later, they'll be worth more. But if I wanted just to resell these just to have it for like somebody for the personal collection, CGCs would be a great thing for this, and they get really cool slabs, and these look amazing. Like the lightning is like metallic outer than the actual card. Like it looks crazy weird.
Yeah, and then when you get to, I'm taking the Gotenk special rare that I got out. We'll see if you can do it.
Yeah,
Look at
there you go.
when you get the special rare, you can see on mine
Yeah.
the texture you get on.
Whoa. That is cool.
I can show
So
you. Honestly, so this one's from. Is this 9 or 10?
well, I had sleeves right here this whole time.
from 10, but you can see, look, like some of those, look at that.
Ooh, oh, that was sick. See, I need to
Yeah.
do the new camera, guys. I mean, I told myself last time I wasn't, and that's the thing. I wasn't planning on doing these interviews, and I actually have quite a few of them set up already. And I'm just like, I totally forgot to buy a new camera for this. Man, these are crazy cool. So now here's the thing. You know me. Everybody knows me. Value? Nothing.
So for the SR, I mean, you're probably like, especially because it's Go tanks, you're probably looking at like $1, 50 cents, $1. It's like, and you actually, I think I only pulled 5 or 6 SRs out of my box. I don't know if that was unlucky or that, but I actually pulled not that many out of this box for special rares or super rares.
So, and then the common, probably what, like 10 cents.
Probably like 30 to $1. Depends on the card. I actually love that. I think I have that Vegeta right here. I actually
SJ was
this card.
sick.
I have it too.
Yeah.
I love this one because
So
it's from the movie, but like this is a anything from like a Frieza common to this is a super rare Bardock there, but
you, you, you know it's really funny. I'm actually about to send a CGC submission, and I'm probably gonna send these with them.
yeah, I would open.
These
What I would do is if you plan on opening the box before, well, it depends if you want to grade at CGC or, but I would send your SPRs for sure. It just depends if you want to send them to PSA or.
oh, I haven't put an SPR. Let's try one more. Like I said, it's hard to see, but I'm excited. I want to open these bags so bad.
If anyone's interested in the waifu, there you go.
What's that? Oh, 18?
It's the
16.
SPR 18.
Is that something special?
I think this card's worth like $18. It's actually it's from the box you didn't buy.
Pokebins, open another pack.
18 is Bay. That's right, too.
Krillin.
Yeah,
Krillin.
so as you're opening that, I guess the one, it's probably a longer discussion, but there's.
Yeah, well, I think we're trying to end it by 7, so that way we can make
So
the
the
other
only
guys live.
interesting thing though is say like from base set 7, so these old boxes, instead of getting a rare common, you would get a hollow rare in every pack, and then you might get an SR or something else. Nowadays, you're only guaranteed a common rare. So actually, old common rares are harder to pull, if you get what I'm saying. It's kind of weird, but.
That's Roshi. And that's why I want to talk to you a little more, because it seems like it's not straightforward for the most part for me. Like there's different levels. There's uncommons, commons, specials, and all this other stuff. And I get kind of lost. I'm lost now. So I'm just like, is this anything? Now, quick question. So I actually just did my bulk for Pokemon to sell and get a couple, pennies for them. Does Dragon Ball Z have a place where I can do that too? Because I'm probably not going to keep all these commons
For bulk
or these down hollows.
So I'm sure there are. I have not tried to. I'm sure you probably could because the TCG is getting more popular, so they can sell it to players that need them.
Ooh, it's a Sun Gohan.
Is that a rare?
Is it
super rare?
Yeah, it is a common.
Oh yeah, so that's just the common.
But
yeah.
But I saw Metallic in the back again.
Yeah. Oh, you got the next one. I think that's an SR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta.
Yeah, sweet.
Wow, you pulled 2 SRs in your first pack. The first 2 packs, that's wild.
Is that good?
So I pulled like 5 out of my 24. So I remember opening like 5 or 6 in a row with like just the common. Maybe
these are cool. I'm just telling you, I'm not even like, I'm sitting here, and it's very hard for me to open Pokemon packs now because I'm thinking, if I open a Pokemon pack and I can do this, and I can do that, and I can make this, and do that. With these, like, it's still a little there, but for the most part, I'm getting lost in like the art and the cards. They're just so nostalgic to me that I'm just like, I remember the episode when he did this, or I remember when he was this small. Like, it's so cool. This is awesome, man. I really appreciate you taking the time to letting me look at these, because these are just sick. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna go and make TikTok videos and just draft them and just open the whole box and just have them to set out for later. I want to open, and then if I have any hits, I'll
sleeve that one.
Yeah. Well, no, I was gonna do like I can do a TikTok live. Like,
do the live
see
too.
it better, but I actually trying to, yeah. Because my phone's better. But these are just really cool, man. Wait, where those ones go? Wait, did I have more? Oh yeah, I did. Oh my god, I know I opened more. So Okay, so SRs and then the commons. Okay, cool.
Mm.
All right, yeah, I know we got a little off track because I opened these packs,
No, you're
but
good.
I think that's a good first one. I really would like to do another live with you to
Mhm.
further go forward with people because I hopefully my thing and you're the one leading this. I want to get Dragon Ball Z in the spotlight a little bit more just because
Yeah, definitely.
I love the cards that the way they look, and like I said, seeing the way you do it, I want people to appreciate it just like you do. How I'm starting to, and I think it would be really cool to have like a Dragon Ball Z group. I don't know if I can learn the card game because I think that'd be really hard, but I know I could collect and be a collector of these for sure. Because I don't mind. Like I don't know if you can see the back. I have these shelves up here. I would not mind having stacks of these shelves filled with PSA cards of Dragon Ball Z. As for me, like they're like art type of like murals type of thing. I think that would look really sick. So
Yeah,
I can get behind that.
and there's lots to talk about the old sets. Obviously, not we're gonna end it, but you had some boxes that had unique rares.
Ooh,
So this is from base
yeah.
set 6. This is from base set 7 with the signature rares, and this was like a completely different rare that you could pull and share. So my point is, there's just more to the teaser for getting more into this. Is there were 9 boxes?
This
There's a
is
lot of cool things to get into and different things. So and I really am happy that I opened more in the past because now I can look back and things are starting to get some value in just a year or so, and it's fun to go through. So it's definitely worth getting people into, and it's just the artwork is like I'd even say bar none the best. Like it's so good and
it is,
like
dude.
shatter foils, and it's like it's so cool and very accessible.
I'm looking at these comments. I'm looking at these comments. And no, here's the other thing though. There's no texture, correct?
There's no texture on.
Like the hollow. Like I have this hollow Sun Gohan, and like if I pull a full art Pokemon card, there's usually like rivets, like little textures, but these don't have that.
Your SPRs do.
My SPR. Oh, okay, like the little lightning stuff.
So the special rare, so your super rares may not have them, but special rares and secret rares are textured. So all of this, like on this card from this box, all of that gold you see is textured.
Okay, just the gold though, right? Like on the outside, like the little stuff, not the whole card though.
Not the whole card, but yeah. So it feels textured because you can feel the world.
I'm over here just rubbing my cards like a little weirdo. All right. That sounds good, man. Actually, what I'm gonna do, like I already have Car Habit in the chat saying to sign them up for that group. So I'm gonna make a in the Discord. I'm gonna make a little Dragon Ball Z card group. I'll have like a show off your cards, and then I'll have also like the topic of cards because I'm pretty sure. Hopefully, you can be the guy that can come to. And then also in Discord, send me. I don't know if you have a Discord and you want to start your own Discord with the group. Like we put that in the description because I they can't come to me and ask questions. I'm not gonna know. So, if I'm always here to help other people grow their stuff. So,
Yeah, I
we can
appreciate
funnel
it.
some people from my Discord here. That'd be great. And then, of course, when I'm done with this live, I will edit it to have your information on there, guys. If you're watching this now or you're watching this, 10 months from now, you want to know anything about Dragon Ball Z, hit up Tectonic. This guy is and in 10 months from now, you're going to even know more than what you know now. So,
Yeah, yeah. Honestly,
so
it'll be fun.
it's crazy, especially guys, especially when you get into something new. You wanna get good advice, and there's a lot of people like for Pokemon to go get advice. I don't have a lot of people for Dragon Ball Z to get advice from, so I really like that he's here for us and he's willing enough to take time out of his day to do that for us. So
Mhm.
really
Of course.
appreciate that, man. Really, really do.
Yeah, it was fun. It's fun to talk about. That's why I'm here. It's a ton of fun.
Awesome, awesome.
But yeah,
So yeah, so
go ahead.
we're gonna go support whose life we're gonna go support right now.
Oh, is there someone we can bounce into? Oh yeah, I think.
Oh no.
Oh, for now. Oh yeah, Young Sir Poke on TikTok's going live now to open a bunch of stuff. So
There you go.
go over there on TikTok. Should be fun.
Awesome. So yeah. So anything you wanna say before we sign off?
No, I just
Any
say
recommendations?
I'll take the quick thing to play. Like yeah, we have my I think I call it Titanic's Poke Squad, but we've got a Dragon Ball section. We don't talk too much TCG about it, so I think with you Bulbasaur, I think the best thing is just to try and get more people into it because I know on TikTok my friend Daz Pokemon also we we put that stuff out there and a lot of people are like, oh, that's so cool. So I think there's a lot of knowledge to share and a lot of fun to have with it. So I just say I'm willing to help in any Discord or wherever it is or just to show off. I can flex all I want because it's fun. 'cause I love my.
I want to see the the sign card when you get back. I'm
I'm
super excited
so
about that.
excited. It's truly my like that card. Even though I won't sell it, it'll probably be worth $1,000 soon. And it's like that is my favorite card I've ever pulled. Like truly, from anything. So it'll be exciting. But there's a lot to go into other sets. I'll make my own video. I'll probably start going through sets because they get so unique. But anyways, we'll close the live with that. It's always a fun being on here with you or talking with the group. So happy to come on again, and I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, we'll do it again for sure. But other than that, guys, go check him out. The link will be in the description for all his stuff. Go check out his TikToks and all his other things. And we're gonna go check out Young Sir and go support him. And then also, guys, do not forget about the donations for Make a Wish. That deadline's coming up soon.